The guys I don't think that had to go out and do any skating and stopping and the stick pointing shot. Gord Dineen, the head coach of the Toronto Marlies. Gord, thanks for joining us here this morning. How's been the morning so far? Are you still going to practice today?
We do. We're going to find some time to practice. We gave the guys a day off there yesterday, so we'll get them back on the ice, and we're down to a little bit smaller numbers. Started out camp with over 40 guys, so we're down to a little bit more manageable numbers, but still, it's we have a lot of guys around, and so we're going to run 2 separate practices and try and get a little more structure as far as the type of game we'll play and practice on some of those things.
A big difference in what a year makes, eh? Last year you started your camp and you didn't have enough to even have a scrimmage. And this year you've got an overabundance of guys, which isn't a bad thing either, where you can assess a lot of different players and a lot of new kids coming in. And I think that they're trying to make their presence felt. But it can be difficult because they might get lost in the shuffle because there's so many guys?
A little bit, especially last week. We had a lot of guys that were not contracted guys that were here, but they were all here for a reason. There was, whether it was scouts or coaches that Kyle Dubas or myself knew that felt pretty highly about these guys. So we put them in scrimmage situations for 3 days to see what they would do in game conditions, and a lot of them showed well. And there'll be guys that maybe in the future that we look at as options for our team. But for now, we still have 3 tryout guys, four guys that are here on tryouts, but mostly guys that are contracted with our affiliate down in Orlando, and again, it gives us an opportunity to see these guys a little bit further, and whether they end up staying with us or go to Orlando, at least we know what they can do and be options for us moving forward.
And likely you're going to have to use that option. Now, over the course of the American Hockey League season, the roster turns over so much. In fact, last year, a bit of an anomaly. The defense didn't turn over hardly at all. A couple of injuries here and there, and even in the forward lines, not a whole heck of a lot of work for Luc LeBlanc, the athletic therapist. And I know that you always have to have that Rolodex. Nobody uses a Rolodex anymore. But
you just dated yourself there, Frank.
Oh boy. So everybody goes to their phone and says, you know what, I think this guy is a guy we can call up. He showed well in camp. How extensive is that list for the Marlies?
It's pretty extensive. I think our relationship with Orlando, we're the sole affiliate for them this year. They were affiliated last year with Minnesota also. So we've helped stock their roster a little bit more with our contract players. So I guess we have a few more guys signed in that regard, and two, with Kyle, with his relationship, dating back to junior, he knows a lot of these players.
Yep.
And so
it's a hugely important ingredient, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just knowing not only what they can do on the ice, but their character off the ice, and that's very important for our organization, is that we bring the right people into the room, and we've been real fortunate in the past with great character guys, and we want to continue on with that. And not only good hockey players, but good people too.